This is super fun. I actually had to rearrange my schedule because I already had my Monday videos done pretty much for the month of July, and I had to move things around because the first book in this haul I have been waiting on for a literal month, and it finally showed up, and I am so stoked to talk about it. I'm also going to pre-warn you, I'm so sorry if you have background noise. The construction directly behind my house never ends, ever. It's been a literal year, and every day I'm like, they're gonna be gone, and then they're still here. So I'm sorry if you hear them yelling in the background. They're literally like 15 feet from my window, so it's great. I love it. Just a whole year of it. So anyways, on to exciting news though. I have officially made it in the world. I can confidently say I am officially now a true YouTuber. I'm a true book reviewer, because guess what? Oh yeah, I made it. A publisher reached out to me. Oh yeah, to me. I didn't reach out, but apparently I can, so now I gotta go find out about that. Because apparently you can just sign up from Llewellyn and be like, yo, can I get books? And apparently they might decide yes. I don't know, I just learned about that from a comment not that long ago. But no, this time they reached out to me and they were like, hey, if we send you a book, did you want to talk about it? And I was like, yeah, duh. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I made it in the world, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't have to buy this book. They sent me a book. And it's not even out yet. I feel so special. Oh yeah, look at that. We got the shiny raven, this cover, this wolf, the vibe. I love it. I really hope I'm gonna like the book. This is Feral Magic by Denny Sargent. Unleash your inner animal's self. Discover the sacred power of that word, animism. Is that how you're supposed to say it? But look at this. Look at it. Oh my god. I got it. Look at that. Got the pretty moon up here. The construction that never ends. They're ruining my moment. Again, they stopped for days and I was like, ah, sweet, next week it'll be fine. And here they are. But anyways, they're not gonna ruin my magic. This is a beautiful moment. But yeah, they sent me a book. I'm so excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Oh, it's even got the raised on the side. So fancy. It's from Wiser. I love you, Wiser. Thank you. Sometimes you write really cool books and sometimes you write some weird ones, but I don't care. You sent me a book and I hope I'm gonna love it because I am intrigued. My current hope is, first of all, that I like it because they sent me it, so hopefully I enjoy it. But also, like, I am trying to work more with my own spirit animals, so I'm hoping maybe this will give me some ideas. But either way, the cover's pretty. I hope it's good, because look at that. Like, it's gorgeous. I love it. Anyways, so this is the main reason we're talking, because I didn't really collect that many other books, and there's a lot of randoms, but I just mostly wanted to talk about this, but I felt weird just like hauling it to be like, look, I got a book. Nothing else in the package, just a book. But thank you. The person from Wiser, I think they're like the social media director or something, person, whatever, reached out and was like, hey, if we send you a book, do you want it? And I was like, oh yeah. And then I had to message them like a couple weeks ago. I was like, so like, you said early June? It's like after the solstice. Is that a thing? Did I just like fall off your radar? Did you decide I wasn't worthy? I get it. I don't pull that many numbers. I just read a lot of books. So like, is that it? But no, they had a slight delay. And she's like, no, it's coming. And I saw one post on Instagram from somebody that had the book and I was like, ooh, does that mean it's coming to me? And then it did, so. Anyways, the rest of the haul, I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna be as extravagant as that. That's the highlight of my life right now. But our next one, the rest are from the library. I didn't buy them. I didn't get them sent to me last, but I got some other ones, so we're gonna talk about them. So next is The Healing Wisdom of Dreams. Discover your true self through lucid dreaming, journaling, and visioning by Kathleen Webster O'Malley. Hubby is on a kick. He just picks books for me. I just like, here, go for it. So this is what he picked. Is it gonna be good? I don't know. We'll find out. Also from oh, actually, no, this is not the one. See, that's the thing. Every time I search, I get different results. So when he picks some, it's like, I didn't even know this was an option. Here we go. We got this one. I thought it was one that I looked at earlier and I'm like, actually, it's not though. So we have it's not even it's just Crystal Companion. Enhance your life with crystals. The world's #1 best-selling crystals author, Judy Hall. So it's Judy Hall's Crystal. Oh, is she trying to be like the Penzac? Yeah, not Penzac, Cunningham, where it's like Cunningham's Encyclopedia of blah blah blah. Is that I don't know, but also I do know that name. I haven't read it. She's written 45 books, including the best-selling The Crystal Bible. Dude, I want your money. That sounds terrible, but like, which has sold more than 1 million copies worldwide. Just for context, when I sell a book, and I'm sure it's kind of the same for traditional publishing. I know it's a little different, but like kind of the same. You don't make a lot from your books, right? But like when I sell a copy of my book, it's under $5 per copy, no matter what you pay. I always make like under 10. And so, can you imagine, like my last one, I think my royalty is usually like $2 something per copy. So like if I sold two for $2, and then there's 1 million of them sold, I could buy a house, and I might even be able to afford a surrogate. Oh yeah, that probably is a lot more, because if you do traditional publishing, they usually just give you a chunk of change first, and that's a nice little nest egg to start with. It's, you know, usually a chunk of change. I don't know exactly how much like the Witchy publishing houses do, but like fiction, I think it's usually like around $30,000 a year, because you only get to publish once a year. So I don't know, but yeah, maybe one day that'll be me. I will have sold 1 million copies of a book. That would be cool. All right, these last two are literally not related to anything at all in the slightest, but listen, sometimes we're just this is the behind the scenes of what I do with my life. I'm learning sign language, but not officially, but kind of. This is Sign Language Made Easy. Learn to communicate with the hearing impaired. This is Introduction to Signs, signs you already know, more signs you already know, and basic conversation. Am I going to learn the grammar of it? I don't know, but I do like the idea of how to speak with my hands, because when I'm upset, my vocal cords disconnect, I swear. And so if I could continue to speak but not use my voice, oh, it's over. So I want to learn sign, and it's going to be great. So I'm learning. There's not a lot of options, by the way, to learn ASL. And the one I want to learn is more, I think it's PSE, where it's the same grammatical like rules as like your speaking language. Like you just sign the word as you would say the word, versus the grammaticals of ASL. I guess it's a little different. I don't know. Is it accessible? Absolutely not. I get to learn it from DVDs and YouTube videos, so finagle it enough for me and my family to be able to speak. All right, this last one, I just, you know, sometimes you live in Utah and you're like, do I want to live here? And you're like, maybe I'm gonna venture, follow where, we know a lot of people who have left for this area, and I was like, but why? I want to know. There's a library book for that. So we know a lot of people who have left Utah for a lot of reasons, like stupid Mike Lee. Oh my God, if you don't know who he is, count your blessings. And just Governor Cox, oh my God. Oh, we literally have a governor in the state of Utah that's like, I don't know how to deal with the drought problem. Maybe everyone should just pray for rain. He's done it multiple times now. Just like, pray for rain. That's my government issued way to deal with this, is to pray for rain. Not cut on, like, you know, watering at 1 in the afternoon for so many different corporations that just water at like literally 1 in the afternoon in a 100-degree day. No, why would we do that? Why would we do that? And I think they wanted to bring like an AI thing here that's going to take so much water. Why would that be an option? Just no, let's just ban pride flags. And then the mayor did a Uno reverse on him, which was really hilarious. That's one of the reasons to stay, because it's like, I don't even live in Salt Lake, but I love you. It was fun. It's fun to live in Utah, obviously. So, you know, I was just like, what if there's options though? And so I found this one, and I didn't know what to expect, because again, I just get it from the library. This could have been a huge book. It could have been a pamphlet. It is a pamphlet. But yeah, so Washington, the Evergreen State, established in 1889. This is the United States of America by John Hamilton. So I don't know. I really don't know much about Washington, if we're being perfectly honest. That's far from home. I know a little bit about Wyoming and Idaho. I don't know nothing about nothing. So I'm gonna read about this and then a couple others, but also I hopped on Zillow and then their property tax was like, oh, maybe I don't move there because oh my god. Like I just, on a whim, I decided to compare like the property tax for the stuff I'm looking for here to a few other states, including Washington and like Oregon and California and Colorado. Can you see a theme? Oh yeah. Ouch. like for the same requirements on Zillow, our property tax is under $10,000 a year. Varies, but usually it's under $10,000, right? It's usually 5 and below, for being honest. And like ours I think was under 5 for sure. And I mean, granted, we don't live in a big house or a big yard and we have construction right outside the window, but you know, like it's not that bad. And then I was looking and I was like, oh, it's not the housing price that's the expensive, it's the freaking property tax. Go figure. It's like the same prices as here. And I was like, why is everyone saying it's so much more expensive? It's the same as here. Like literally, it's within the same like bracket of money. What? And some of these are even cheaper. And then you look at the property tax and you're like, oh, that's it. That makes more sense. Like the highest one I have ever seen ever in all of my years, and it's years now, of looking on Zillow pretty much on a like at least weekly basis, $40,000. $40,000 in property tax. I'm so sorry, what? Like, how do people afford that? How is that an option? Like, I can't conceptualize that amount of money. Cause can you imagine all of the other prices that you've got to pay for to like live? That's more than my husband makes in a year before tax is taken out. That's more than what he makes. And you want that every damn year for this house. What? And there's like, I think the median was closer to like 20-something thousand dollars in property tax. Where again, here for the same requirements, it's under $10,000. And you're just like, oh, okay, maybe we're stuck here. That's cool. But like also, how do people afford it? Do you all just live in like these tiny itty bitty little lots and you're just like, well, you know, it's not here, you know, like how do you afford this? I would love to know. Because also, actually pulling this full circle, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Guess who the author of this one, guess where he lives? He lives in, where does it say? It said, right? I swear it said. He lives in Seattle, Washington. There we go, pulled it all the way back. So, tell me about Seattle. Also, if the author could tell me about it, would be great. Tell me, what's it like to live in Washington? How do you afford to live there? Because, I mean, you're an author, so maybe, does he actually, he does other things, doesn't he? Or no, he's an artist and a university instructor. I feel like that's where he makes his money, though. Authoring is, it is not for the weak. You've got to, if you're doing this full time, it's rough. Unless you can get real popular real fast. Otherwise, it's I don't know, but then also the other girl wrote a million copies, so buy my books. And if you can't, guess what? I have them for free because I want Witchcraft accessible. So it's also on my Patreon if you want to head over there. Thank you to my Patreon peeps. If you want to pay me money over there, you can. I have options for you. But also, if you just want my books for free, because I think Witchcraft should be accessible, that is over on my Patreon. I'm working on it every week for my 10th book. I hope to get it recorded and done so I can publish it this month. That's the goal. Because I've been working on it since like February. So I would like to be done with this book. It's almost 110,000 words. It's a massive book. For context, it's at least triple this size. So it's a lot. And I want to be done with it, and then I can hit publish, and then you can get it for free. I'm still going to be releasing it weekly because editing that, I cannot speak. If you didn't know that, I don't know how to read my own words. If anyone who does like audiobook reading, I have so much respect because I can't read out loud. And it's my own words. I chose these words in this order and I still can't read them. The sheer amount of times that I try and read a sentence and I'm like, do I know how to read? It's insane. It's a skill to be able to speak out loud, and I struggle at that. Like, oh my god. So, but I want it to be accessible, and I think that's a great way to make it accessible. All right, the camera's overheating, so I've got to end it. Like, it already cut me off, so I'm jumping in while it's still like, we're just gonna end it real quick. But yeah, if you want to head over to my Patreon, I have my audiobooks for free. I have other content if you want to pay me, support my chaos, so that maybe I can afford these kinds of places. I don't know what they do. How do you afford it? I don't understand at all. I would love to know. And if you live in like that general area, like Washington, Oregon, I would love to have the most detailed conversation with you for the stupidest questions I have, because I want to know how good it is over there and if it's worth $40,000 in property taxes. I know that was the high end. It was like Portland, but still, Salt Lake, it's cheaper. And that's our major city. Our like rich celebrity city, Park City, the closest I could find was a $10 million house. And it had, I think their property tax was in like the 20 something thousands. That's Park City, that's for celebrities. And also a $10 million house. These weren't $10 million houses out there, by the way. No. The house is the same as these little teeny tiny ones they're building out here that are like this close to your neighbor and are like $2 to $3 million, which is still ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, I feel like the housing prices is just like astronomically insane, but also like, how do you afford it? How do people afford anything? That's a question, because I still can't even buy groceries. So living the fantasy, you know, we're just living in Delulu's that I'm gonna be able to buy a house. I'm gonna be able to buy my children, and then also it's like just still to keep them and like keep them alive. That's just like a small little asterisk at the end, you know, because again, for me to be a mom, it's gonna be like $200,000+. So I gotta write a lot of books. So if more publishing houses wanted to send me books, it'd be cool. And if you want to support me on Patreon, that's cool. But also I want my witchcraft accessible, so I'm also not going to be charging a lot of money and not selling a course for $400. Just, it's a fun time. It's a fun time to have morals. Anyways, so yeah, if you live there though, I would love to hear how great it is or not, and if it's worth it compared to Utah, because I'm curious. I feel like Salt Lake Valley, specifically Salt Lake City, is a little bit more blue, but like the second you get away, it goes deep red real fast. You're like, oh god. Like we have immigrants who are Trump supporters, for context, levels of red. So it's great. We love here. It's great. Just maybe it could be better. I don't know. And also no snow, dude. I've been looking into Oregon and it's like there's no snow. There, 2 inches for snow? What? Is it true? That's the other question. Like I've been looking into cities, and then also I looked into like Ashland, and then the internet is like, oh, it doesn't really get that much snow in town. And I'm like, what counts as town? Because there's hills. What counts? And then also, because I've been watching videos of them driving around, and then also, is it true? Are your bugs really bad though? You know, like, is that the problem? I have so many stupid questions that nothing can answer. I just need to go there, but I don't have the money to just go vacation and be like, could I be the like prissy little rich girl that's like, do I want to live here? Because I want to leave the desert. Would be cool. Anyways, yeah, I feel like this is very complainy for the end of the video, but just know, if you live there, I have questions. And also for Oregon. I don't know what's the big difference between the two. I know one, like the tax situation's different, like when it's like sales tax, when it's property or income tax or something, but like what's it really like there though? You know, is it better than Utah? Is it? And specifically not southern Utah. Everyone thinks Utah, they think southern Utah. We're not all national parks. We're a freaking mega city that's just expanding endlessly, hours every direction in city, so it's not. But I mean, there is this lady who I watched that was talking about like different areas of Salem, and it's a small town. It's a small town in Salem, Oregon, and then it has like a hospital, it has a university, it has all of these restaurants, all of these stores, and I'm like, girl, if you go to like any place in Utah that's not in the city, that's a small town. There's no gas stations, there's no grocery stores. You don't know a real small town, girl. She moved from Portland and is like, I moved to a small town, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like saying you moved from Salt Lake to Ogden and you're like, it's such a small town. It's overheating again, guys. I gotta go. Bye.